Just on this story, though, there is a media angle to this, too, because it's emerged that NBC, our good friends there, have issued a formal correction to its stories detailing the Minneapolis shooting because writers used the wrong pronouns. Now, I mean, seriously, if you're more concerned about pronouns than a bunch of dead kids, I don't know where to start.
No, James, you're exactly right. They do care more about misgendering a person that murdered children that were praying at a Catholic mass. They feel more guilt about calling this person Robert instead of their fake name, Robin. And that's the state of the American media, James. And I know you cover this all the time, but think about that. I mean, they have to issue a correction because they want to be respectful to a person that murdered an 8- and 10-year-old defenseless while praying at a church. It's absolutely sick. And we shouldn't show any respect to a murderer like Robert Westman, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you say, it's the other side of the First Amendment there, but, you know, they reveal themselves by their actions. Hey, finally, Alex, there was a story here that Donald Trump had stripped Kamala Harris of her Secret Service protection, but it turns out, really, that he didn't strip it. It just expired, as it does for all former vice presidents. But a new report has revealed that the LAPD, because they've got nothing else to do, has now been tasked with being security for the former U.S. vice president. Alex, Los Angeles has a few problems here. California has a few problems. Do they really need to be providing private security to Kamala Harris?
Well, I don't think so. And she lives in Brentwood, one of the nicest neighborhoods in Los Angeles. And yes, O.J. Simpson allegedly did a double homicide in that same neighborhood of Brentwood, but I don't think she has to worry about O.J. Simpson knocking on her door, considering, he's, passed on. So listen, she wants to use these resources that America can provide her. Once those resources expire, she has to hire private security. It is what it is. And I don't want anything to happen to the former vice president. Of course not. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, she needs to pay for her own security, and she'll be fine. A lot of famous people have to do that. She's a famous person now. She's no longer a politician. If she runs for governor, if she runs for some other office, then maybe she can get some sort of necessary security paid for by the government. But at this point, I think she should be on her own. What if she spent $1 billion on her campaign and was $100 million in debt? Use some of that money to protect you, Kamala. And you're in Brentwood. You don't have anything to worry about.
Hey, man, Alex, hey, before I let you go here, this was a really funny one here. Joy Reid, we've played her so many times on this program, ex-MSNBC. The left always loves to say, oh, you people on the right, you're the conspiracy theorists. Well, listen to this.
He's got these magical doctors who claim that he was shot in the ear, but his ear, I guess, grew back. He had a Duplo bandage on 1 minute, no bandage the next. We can't get a medical record from this alleged assassination. He was supposedly shot. We have nothing. We've got nothing.
Where are the investigative records? One day he slapped his maxi pad on his ear. The next day the ear is totally fine.
So now they've gone from, the grassy knoll to there was no shooter at all or something, I guess, although that doesn't explain what happened to Corey Comparatore. This is crazy.
Well, James, it's not surprising. So obviously we know QAnon is crazy, but even more crazy than QAnon is Blue Anon. And that's people like Joy Reid is all of a sudden now a tinfoil hat carrying conspiracy theorist, which is ridiculous. Joy Reid, I wish you were asking questions like this during the pandemic when you were telling everybody to shut down their business and end their livelihoods in order to stop us from getting a virus that had a 99% survival rate. So I wish you would have been a conspiracy theorist about 4 years ago and not about, Donald Trump fake getting shot, when in reality, just like you said, people died. I mean, they didn't fake his death. So it's just like the protesters in Minneapolis. Joy Reid is another desperate political pundit that has no shame and is willing to say whatever she can to get clicks. And, I can't fault her for that because I'm in a similar business. But she's just a crazy. She's crazy for Cocoa Puffs 100% right now, James.
Well, Alex, I'll just say that on our side, it seems that the conspiracy theories very often wind up turning into coming attractions. Alex, thank you so much for your time, as always.